Alright, so we got this F-450 Platinum, the big 6.7 Power Stroke. It's a dually. We're doing a interior mold remediation. So I just got done running a 45-minute ozone treatment. So we'll open up all the doors, let that air out, take the machine out. This thing is a beast. Bet it puts in some good work. I got the 19.5-inch wheels. It's probably a stiff ride though. I mean, these things are heavy duty. So we'll let it air out for probably at least 20 minutes. Once it airs out, I'll show you guys the inside. Take this out for now. I'm done using that. Let's grab this real quick. Just used it to prop it up so I could run the ozone because it drops down. It's heavier than air, so I just wanted to have a effective ozone treatment there. Okay, so I kind of cleaned things out in the little cubbies, door panels and stuff. There's a bunch of junk. Put that back there. But yeah, her main concern is mold. She got some mold. Definitely got some hair too. So we want to take care of all this. We got all the junk out of here. Dealership could not find a leak, so they might have just accrued too much moisture in the vehicle and started a little mold problem from that. It's hard to tell. Show you the other side here. Back. Before I can do much in terms of vacuuming and cleaning the truck, the first thing I got to do is pull out all the personal belongings, tools, any paper products, receipts, anything that we don't want to suck up with the vacuum or mess with. So we're just going to empty out the glove box, the center console, cup holders, all the little storage cubbies so we can get in all the nooks and crannies and get them completely cleaned out. We'll get all those areas cleared out, and then we'll start with getting the truck vacuumed out here. We got a big old massive speaker and some tools and stuff, and yeah, there was a lot of items in the truck to clear out, but I just kept everything organized and placed it in my shop exactly where I took it out. If it was from the door panel or the cup holder or the glove box, I just kept everything organized so I knew where to put things back, and then I sorted through and chucked the stuff that was obviously trash. Before I got started vacuuming, I just pulled the all-weather floor mats out of the vehicle, and I'll clean those separately outside the truck and get those all cleaned up. No reason to leave them in the vehicle while I'm doing my other vacuum, so we're just gonna get up all the loose debris in there, spray some cleaner on these floor mats, and blast them clean and get them dried up. So they're not too terrible. There is some mold on the floor mats, mainly the back passenger, this long floor mat area. And so we'll just vacuum up any of the loose dirts and stuff, and then we'll treat the floor mats and get them all cleaned. I did spray antifungal mold treatment after I got these all completely cleaned up. This truck gets used to haul horse trailers and stuff like that, so sometimes it goes on long trips, and the person that drives it, they're just real busy. They got a real busy schedule, so there's quite a bit of loose debris and trash and hairs and things, and then of course there was some mold here and there that needed to get addressed. So first thing we're going to do is vacuum up any loose trash and debris and hairs and get this thing as clean as we can just with the preliminary vacuum here. One nice thing about having the all-weather floor mats on top, the carpeted floor mats underneath, they weren't too bad. Of course there was some debris and stuff on there, but it wasn't embedded or smashed into the carpet fiber, so it was relatively easy to get these mats cleaned up, and so that wasn't too much of a struggle, thankfully. Here's a different view underneath the driver's seat. Here we're vacuuming up underneath as much as we can to get all this loose hairs and trash and stuff all vacuumed up. There's a bunch of junk in there, so I'm using the VacMaster, the Beast, with the long crevice attachment, and it works really good getting into these little nooks and crannies and getting things sucked up. Some of the bigger trash items, that crevice tool, it gets kind of hung up because it's a real thin crevice attachment, but it works really great getting into all the little tight areas that you can't really reach with your hand and stuff. So I do enjoy using this thing because it's really versatile. Here's the other half of the rear floor mat here, the rear passenger side, and this side's not too bad. We're just going to do a preliminary vacuum, get it cleaned up, and then we'll pull the floor mat out and continue cleaning with our first pass vacuum here. The rear passenger seat underneath was fairly dirty. This is pushed all the way forward so we can get underneath the seat vacuumed as much as we can, and there's quite a bit of junk underneath there, so we'll vacuum out as much as we're able to before we pull the seats and get the front part of the vehicle here. Here I'm doing some freehand video recording because it's too hard to record with the tripod and be able to effectively vacuum. So here I'm just finishing up the back passenger carpeted area, and we're going to get this all cleaned up here. Here's the front passenger floor carpeting area. It's got quite a bit of junk on here, so we're just going to get it vacuumed up, get all this loose junk out of here, and then we'll continue on with our vacuum cleaning. Thankfully the front passenger floor mat wasn't very dirty at all. The all-weather mat kind of took the brunt of the abuse and stuff from people's feet and food and spills and water and all that good stuff. So underneath the seat and along the side of the center console was the areas that were the dirtiest, so we'll get those vacuumed up, and then we'll pull out this floor mat here so we can vacuum underneath. This driver's side carpeted area in between the kick plate and the seat was by far the dirtiest, just with all the debris and stuff. There was of course mold and things, but there was a lot of hair and pine needles and junk in general that needed to get cleaned up. So we're going to get this all vacuumed up as much as we can, and then before I use this vacuum on another vehicle, I'll replace the dust bag and the filter on the thing, and then I'll remove the hose and the crevice tool and run it through with some hot water and some bleach or something just to kill off any mold that might be hanging out inside the plastic tubing there. Don't want to spread it to other vehicles potentially. We're going to finish tackling the rest of this driver's floor area, getting the kick plate and the weather seal around the door, and then the floor mat and underneath the seat as much as we can vacuumed up, and that'll wrap up the preliminary vacuum on this F-450. If you buy things on Amazon, feel free to use my affiliate links that I've got in the video description to buy detailing supplies or anything really. As long as you click on one of my affiliate links, I'll get a small little percentage of what you buy on Amazon, and it doesn't cost you any extra money to use that link, so I appreciate you checking that out. Thanks. As you can tell, there's plenty of junk underneath this driver's seat that we're going to have to get vacuumed up before we've got our preliminary vacuum done on this truck. But we'll make short work of it with this strong vacuum. Now that I've got the second driver's floor mat pulled, there's not much left underneath the floor mat, but up underneath the brake and the gas pedal, once I switch views, you'll be able to see that there's some junk hiding up in there, probably because it's never been vacuumed, but we'll get those areas vacuumed up as well and get this thing looking nice and clean again. If you're enjoying this video so far, stay tuned for part 2 and 3, and that'll wrap up the whole F-450.